I'm not right. I'm not left. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm not libertarian. I'm a human being that wants the best for the rest of the human beings, and I want some common sense, and I want...
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Clip Farm. We got here just a couple of us. Half the crew couldn't make it. They're busy doing other stuff today. So today you got Matt.
Tanya here, Juno, SoundCloud.
Today we're going to suffer through the Biden rally that he did today in Wisconsin. I haven't really seen this. I saw a little clip of it earlier, but thankfully it's not too long. That's one good thing about doing Biden rallies versus Trump rallies. Trump's are an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. Yep.
Biden's are 20 minutes.
Yeah. And the heat ends. Yep. You can't do much more than that.
Yeah. Oh, all righty. Let's go ahead and get on into this.
Thank you. Hello, Wisconsin.
Well, I got the right state.
Yeah.
I gotta thank somebody.
I had to repeat it 3 times.
Nelson, I'm back. He first introduced me to Wisconsin a long time ago when I was a kid.
$5. That's enough to make a difference in this election.
Now, but I was a kid. Sabrina, thank you for the introduction and for the volunteering for our campaign. And a special thanks to one of the best governors I've ever worked with in my life, Tony. You've got a former governor, Jim Doyle, or Madison mayor of this city. And look, we got a guy who has a tough time winning an election. He only gets 70% of the vote, Congressman Mark Pocan. There's so many local leaders here today, including the chair of Wisconsin Democratic Party, Ben Wickler. Ben, hello. Oh, Ben.
No.
Folks, did you have a good 4th of July? By the way, if you wonder whether Trump has it all together, did you ever hear how he explained the 4th of July when he was president? No, I'm serious. This is true. His explanation how America won the Revolutionary War, I'm not making this up. He said in his 4th of July speech 5 years ago, he said, George Washington's army won the revolution by taking control of the airports from the British.
Oh
boy.
To talk about me misspeaking.
Wow.
Airports of the British in 1776.
He really is.
I had to pause it on that one. I know Joe is probably trying to make a joke. Unfortunately, his base there is going to gobble that up as possible.
Yeah.
Joe. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, all right. Sorry. You got anything to add?
There's nothing.
Okay. Good grief.
Oh my gosh.
It's true. He is a stable genius, this man. My friends, I'm in Wisconsin for one reason. Because we're going to win Wisconsin today. We're going to win it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how we're going to do it. You know the reason. We're going to do it because of you all in this room to start with. But we're going to stand up for women in America.
He's in a room.
We're going to restore Roe v. Wade, the law of the land. We're going to stand up for the right to vote again. We're going to fight for Medicare and Social Security and child care, elder care, paid leave. Oh, it's grow the economy. We're going to keep lowering the cost of prescription drugs, expand health care for everyone. Not just
prescription.
We're going to protect our
That's what he's trying to say.
from getting weapons
I do believe so.
off our streets. That's what we're going to do. The idea that more children die from gunshot wounds in America is so wrong. It's sick. It really is sick. We're going to keep confronting climate change. The most important, we're going to save our democracy.
Annoying pause part 2. Yeah, this has become a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. We're not a democracy.
Yeah.
We are a constitutional republic. The Democrats have been calling it a democracy and gotten everybody else to go along with it for the last, I don't know, 80 years or so. And, well, it's taken root.
Yeah. It's to the republic for which it stands, right?
Yeah. not to the democracy.
Just checking.
For which it stands.
just checking.
But you are correct, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now, you probably heard we had a little debate last week.
And you bombed.
Can't say it was my best performance.
No
But
kidding.
ever since then, there's been a lot of speculation. What's Joe going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? What's he going to do? Well, here's my answer. I am running and going to win again.
Oh, boy.
Your story, I'll let you tell it however you want to.
Someone needs to throw the towel in. Like,
Yeah.
we need interception.
The ref needs to intervene. Something.
Yeah, somebody. It's not going to be Jill Biden, that's for sure.
I'm the sitting president of the United States of America in no small part because of you.
Joe Biden, when I've been around here.
Might be a divine intervention.
Yeah, it might be at that. Oh,
boy.
I apologize for the commercials, everybody. I have not gotten YouTube Premium yet. Working on it.
That's not a joke. In 2020, you came through for me. I'm a nominee of the Democratic Party. I'm a nominee of this party because millions of Democrats like you just voted for me in primaries all across America. You voted for me to be your nominee. No one else.
It's too late to take him out. Is that correct?
And despite
Yeah. And as far as I know, the Democrats did not have a primary this year.
Really?
Yeah.
That might be a loophole.
Well, it's a
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I say they refuse to let anybody run against Joe. So, you know, they can say
they put all of their bets on him.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
I say, like I say, they wouldn't let Kennedy challenge him in the primary. Oh, dang it. Who was the other one? I can't recall. I'm pretty sure there was at least one other person that was going to challenge Biden in the primary. And DNC said, nope, not having it. No primary.
Wow. And now it's a pure dumpster fire.
Raging dumpster fire.
It's entertaining, though.
Well, hey, somebody got to have fun. Might as well be us. All right.
despite that some folks don't seem to care who you voted for, well, guess what? They're trying to push me out of the race. Well, let me say this as clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race. I'll beat Donald Trump. I will beat him again in 2020. Well, by the way, we're going to do it again in 2024. I learned long ago, when you get knocked down, you get back up. And I'm not letting one 90-minute debate wipe out 3.5 years of work. As the governor said, I've led this nation from the depths of pandemic to the strongest economy in the world, and that's literally true.
Oh.
And I and you are not finished yet. And you probably also noticed a lot of discussion about my age. I know I look 40. I keep seeing all those stories about I'm being too old. Let me say something. I was too old. I wasn't too old to create over 15 million new jobs. To make sure 21 million Americans are insured under the Affordable Care Act.
He's really getting these lies out,
The
though.
first one to ever do that and lower the cost of insurance to $35 procedure. Was I too old to relieve student debt for nearly 5 million Americans and grow the economy? Too old to put the first black woman on the Supreme Court of the United States of America? To sign the Respect for Marriage Act?
Okay.
Was I too old to sign the most significant gun safety law in 30 years? To pass the biggest climate bill in the history of the world, not here, the history of the world. But then, my critics say, sure, but he did all that. But that was in the past. What about now? Well, how about the 200,000 jobs we announced yesterday? So let me ask you, what do you think? You think
Just
I'm too
because
old
you
to
say it
restore Roe
doesn't
v.
mean
Wade
it's
and the law of the
true.
land? You
Great
think I'm
point.
too old to ban assault weapons again? Protect Social Security and Medicare? To get child care, elder care for working families who need the nation? To make billionaires finally start to pay something beyond 8.2% of the tax rate?
And by the way, if you want me to stop, just holler out.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to stop it on that one because I'm sorry, Joe. They do not pay 7%. They pay 36%, I believe, 37% maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's got to pay the Ukraine.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my goodness. All right.
Let me ask you, you think I'm too old to beat Donald Trump?
Yep.
I can hardly wait. Anyway, folks, let's focus on what really matters. We're running against the biggest liar and the biggest threat. Oh, really? The biggest liar and biggest threat to our democracy in American history.
I don't know the
That's not
democracy.
hyperbole. Over 150
They really love that. They love
presidential
that
historians
talking
voted him
point.
the worst president in American history. No, the
They're quick with
worst.
that.
As I've said before, he has the morals of an alley cat. He lies about the economy he created. The truth, he's one of only 2 American presidents who left office with fewer jobs than when he came into office. You know who the other one was? Herbert Hoover. Fact. That's why I call him Donald Herbert Hoover Trump. He lies about.
Sorry. Got to. I mean, I will give Biden this. He is right. There were fewer jobs when Trump left office than when he entered it. However, that was because we were all locked down in our houses due to
the
COVID.
pandemic.
You know, and Joe's claiming credit for recreating those jobs.
Right.
Okay.
The economy was still better.
Oh, yeah.
During the pandemic, despite
hey,
all that. Yeah.
I say, yeah, like I say, I'll still take that $2 gas and mean tweets all day long.
Yeah. Being able to afford snacks and
basics.
Yeah.
I say not have to choose between bacon and gasoline for the car.
Right.
Oh, man. All right.
About the pandemic, he totally botched. The truth is, over 1 million people went on to die. He told us what? To inject bleach in our arm. It wasn't serious. He lied about how great
so tired of that one.
Veterans in his administration. The truth, he called veterans who gave their lives serving America. And I was just in Normandy and on the beaches of Normandy and all through that area. And he said, I have trouble saying this because my son died as a consequence of Iraq.
No hunting. That's
I
the
don't
story
even.
of Tim.
I mean, literally everything he has said so far has been a lie.
Yeah.
Lie.
I'm surprised he's able to get through the lies. Actually, like,
everybody got to be good at something, I guess.
Right. He's fumbling with his words, though.
Who gave their lives, he called them, quote, suckers and losers.
Never happened.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
be damned. I'm glad I wasn't with him because I'll be damned let him talk about my son now. That's right. But how do we know he said this? That I'm not making this up.
You are.
Four-star Marine general. His own former chief of staff was with him, and he told us that's what he said. He's not the only former Trump official warning us about how bad Trump is, including the former secretaries of defense and even his own vice president. They refused to endorse him. Says a lot about who Trump is and says a lot about what he isn't. By the way, I couldn't ponder. I guess I shouldn't say it. By the way, I couldn't be proud to have your support and the support of our great Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's right about that.
Trump is a convicted felon.
Oh my gosh.
Guilty, 34 felonies. Lock him up. Trying to hide hush money payments to a porn star. Another jury found Trump sexually assaulted a woman in a public place, and he's been fined $90 million for defaming her. $90 million. They've only been bankrupt about 20 times, but I don't know. This so-called great businessman owes
I don't know what that was.
$400 million in fines after being convicted in New York State of business fraud. Already convicted. Fined $400 million.
He paid that.
Donald Trump isn't just a convicted criminal. He's a one-man crime wave. But Trump's biggest lie of all
Oh, boy.
is he had nothing to do with the insurrection of January 6th. We all saw with our own eyes.
Weaponized
We saw
the
we sent
justice
thousands
system.
to attack the Capitol. We saw police being attacked, Capitol being ransacked, the mob hunting for Nancy Pelosi,
Never happened.
gallows set up to hang Mike Pence. Let me ask you something.
I don't remember.
After what Trump did on January 6th, why would anyone ever let him be near the Oval Office again? Folks,
Because he's the best president.
the issue in this election is, what kind of America do we want to be? What kind of America do we want to be? We want to be a country of anger, revenge, and retribution, or a country of hope and optimism and possibilities, as we've always been. I want a country where women have a right to make their own health care decisions.
He looks like an angry child.
Like, women are punished. I want an America where health care is a right, not a privilege. Trump wants to throw tens of millions of people who couldn't get insurance any other way than Obamacare off of Obamacare. I want America where the very wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
wow.
Trump wants to give the very wealthy an additional.
Really?
Last time out when he was president, he gave him a $2 trillion tax cut, creating the largest deficit any president has in one term.
Oh,
Now
I'm
he's
hearing about
announced
this
he
stuff.
wants another $5 trillion tax cut after already leaving the largest deficit. It's hard to make this up.
Not for
I
you.
want to protect Social Security and Medicare. He wants to cut Social Security and Medicare so he can cut taxes for the very wealthy. I want to ban assault
Wow.
and require universal background checks. You all heard him promise the NRA. He promised the national.
It's difficult, isn't it?
I do apologize for pausing, but it's just,
It's fine.
for one, I don't want to talk over him because I want to hear what's falling out
The
of his
mockery.
mouth. But okay, for one, the American people do not have access to assault weapons. Period.
That's not even really a term, is it?
It is.
Like, isn't it something they made up? Like a term? It's not like
I think the military, I could be wrong on this, but I do believe the military calls like an M4 an assault rifle.
okay.
But what the American population gets with an AR-15
Mm-hmm.
is nothing like an M4 or an M16.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for those that don't know, an M4 and an M16 are basically the same weapon. The M4 is just far newer and updated.
Okay.
But yeah, an AR-15 does not shoot full auto.
Mm.
That is the key component of a quote unquote assault weapon. Oh,
Wow.
There's so much more I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be good and get back to this.
Rifle Association, I will do nothing about guns. That's what he said. I will do nothing about guns. And he means it. I want January 6th insurrectionists to serve their full prison terms.
You got to charge them with
Trump
something
wants to
first,
pardon.
Joe.
Folks, you can't be pro-insurrectionist and pro-American at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
This
The
is
way
so
they throw
damn
that
serious.
insurrection word
You can't
around
love your
too,
country
like
only when you win.
Bothers me.
Look, you've been standing a long time. Let me close with this. Ultimately, the American presidency is about character. The character of the president who holds the job. Because with the
because I don't see
immunity
anything.
talking the Supreme Court just talked about, it gets down to that. It gets down to that. It's about honesty. It's about the president's decency, integrity. Do they respect
Wow.
you? Or do they incite violence and hate? Can they honor their oath to the Constitution and uphold their oath of office? Well, I don't think it's an exaggeration to suggest Trump has failed on every one of these character tests. Every one. And what's worse, the Supreme Court has just ruled that there are virtually no limits on the power of the presidency. I know it sounds bizarre, but that's what they ruled.
Gosh.
Frightening decision.
Again.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm sorry, you guys.
No, don't apologize.
This whole concept that the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity was something new or something that they just came up with is absolute, complete bull. Presidential immunity has been around, I don't know how long, but it has been around a damn long time. Several presidents, including Joe Biden, have used the presidential immunity clauses to get out of, most famously for Joe recently, releasing the recordings of the conversation with Ben Hur. I want to call him Ben Hur, but I know that's not right. A special prosecutor that interviewed him anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Biden. You are a liar.
Yeah. Yeah. And they get the media to go along with it all too. It's just people don't know.
Well, the media, yeah, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we only got a couple of minutes left. Let's try.
According to the extreme majority of the Supreme Court, the president is now above the law. We just celebrated the 4th of July, saying we will not be ruled by a king. And this Supreme Court he appointed.
We get it. Things are more expensive than ever.
Approve this new law. It's in a dangerous precedent, especially if Donald Trump is returned to the presidency. Just think about it. The second term, this next term, whomever is the president is going to appoint at least 2 new appointees. The second Trump term, where there are no limits. Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor warned us about that in her dissent in that case. This is it. She noted,
Sotomayor fearmonger.
based on the majority decision,
Yeah.
Trump can take out his opponents, physically take them out, take bribes, lead a coup, and be immune to ever being held accountable for it if he did it while he was president, according to the Supreme Court.
That's interesting because do you remember
Where the hell are we?
where they went to Mar-a-Lago? What do you remember what they said about how the circumstances of going in there? Didn't it say that? Didn't he say that if they need to like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot on sight if necessary.
Right.
Shoot
Right.
if necessary.
Yeah, it's interesting that he said that. It's like they project
Right. Well,
everything.
and that was kind of another point to what Biden just said. If taking out your political opponent or citizens was legitimate since the president has presidential immunity, I'm pretty sure Biden would have already done that.
Right.
I say, I'm sorry. Presidential immunity covers official acts as president, not things done as an individual.
Yeah.
I say, trying to order the military or somebody to go take out your opponent does not fall under an official act. Sorry. No way in hell.
Yeah.
So much for getting through the rest of it. But
We're trying.
We're trying.
So he really could become a dictator that he promised to be on day one. For over 2 centuries,
Oh my gosh.
America's been a free democratic nation.
And wasn't he president for 4 years too?
Didn't
Didn't happen then.
Step
The
down.
anniversary
How
of
about
his as a
that?
nation.
Yeah.
I'll let Donald Trump take this away. Folks, this is not hyperbole. This race is about our freedom. It's about our democracy. It's about the very soul of America. Are we prepared to fight for that? I know I am, and I will. And folks, I have never been more optimistic about America's future because the American people are decent, good, honorable. And just remember who in God's name we are. We're the United States of America. I mean, think about it. Think about it in literal terms. And there's nothing beyond our capacity when we stand together. So let's stand together, win this election, and exile Donald Trump politically. God bless you all. And God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
They cut that music.
Yeah, they got that in there quick.
Like,
didn't
quick. Cue the music.
they? Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay. That was painful.
Yeah.
Oops, I got the wrong. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Well, I heard nothing but literal lies.
Yeah.
Out of Joe the entire time. He repeated multiple disproven conspiracy theories, for lack of a better word.
Oh no.
I say straight lied about the whole frickin' SCOTUS decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's that, folks.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else to say, Juno?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. I say, hope you all enjoyed the video.
Yep.
We did not enjoy making it. I say that, though it is a whole lot shorter than Trump rally. But
yeah,
I say, and remember, folks, that is the smartest man Joe knows.
good way to end it.
So, everybody have a good